To my YouTube channel, TomOfQuincy. I am Thomas Peterson. I'm doing this blog from the faculty lounge. Okay. From the faculty lounge here at Eastern Nazarene College. It's located on the first floor of the apartment building that I live at. There is apartments for school employees as well as married couples that are students, at least in the past. Here on the first and second floor, the top three floors, floors 3, 4, 5, are dormitory suites for the students. And again, that is ended. The top three floors are empty. We did have rentals for all three of those floors. They were pretty jam packed, and there might have been one or two units empty for homecoming nearly 2 weeks ago. A huge event. We still have commencement on December 7th, and I did see an email go out. The college is looking for volunteers, most likely from the ENC community that know the college, but looking for some volunteers to help on commencement. Anytime a request goes out like that, I don't volunteer simply because I'm getting overtime on those days. But I'm going to miss Eastern Nazarene College. Again, this institution shut down. I've said it so many times, I can be a broken record. But I also know every time somebody watches a video, it could be somebody watching it for the first time and doesn't have any back history. This college was established in 1900, moved to Quincy in 1919. Tom of Quincy has been working at it since 1992. We've known since June this is coming, that this would not be a typical fall at the college, and it hasn't by any possible means. There's so much stuff going out. Some of it's trash and recyclables and all that. Don't worry, a lot of stuff's being sold with the school and whatever institution is established that receives the money will get some good money just for so much stuff in the buildings. I believe the campus itself doesn't go on the market till January. The school would like to sell it as one property, but we'll see what actually happens. If it can be broken into pieces and what makes sense for any future owner if they do it piecemeal of certain sections of the campus. Because everybody would want like a formal entrance to their facility. So clearly some of these buildings are coming down, and none of them are going to do the same operations of the past. But I still want this to be known as the East Town Avenue campus. Before Eastern Nazarene College was the Quincy Mansion School for Girls, so this has been a campus twice over. And I hope that the front of the campus that I take a lot of videos of, it can be saved and renamed Wollaston Common. You have the Wollaston Church of the Nazarene, which the church itself owns its piece of the campus right where the church is. I think it just goes a few feet beyond the actual footprint of the building, the church. But I think they're trying to get some buffer, but it also just depends what buildings might be coming down and this and that. But I have heard from folks at the church, different members, that they're interested in having some buffer so they don't have a neighbor directly on top of them. But it's been a great working relationship with these two Nazarene institutions, the church and the college. Again, I've been here since 1992. I'm a North Quincy High graduate. I graduated that year. I was doing a work-study program. I got my foot in the door in the senior year at high school. So I was actually working here longer than I say I've been working here. As a work-study student for North Quincy High and Quincy Public Schools, I've actually been working here since October 1991. But on staff at ENC, June 1992. Yeah, the first President Bush. And then Clinton. And during the time we had Clinton as President of the United States, here at Eastern Nazarene College, we had Dr. Kent Hill. and I believe he worked in the State Department for both Bushes or during their administrations. And when Clinton was in, so I'm guessing he's a Republican. I remember Dr. Hills. One day he gained my respect real quick. You know, he didn't play any power games. He did what he knew was right. And the story is Gardner Hall was being refurbished. The office of the president was here at the apartment building. And it was moving back to Gardner Hall. And the staff for the president had everything everywhere. And a report to the trustees, an original copy for that year, was mixed together with trash. And they told me to clear that old area, and that's what the young man, Tom, did. I'm not a young man anymore, but back then. I cleared it, and Dr. Hill started asking questions and realized the mistake that was made. I've made some mistakes, but that was not on me. I've made some mistakes here at the school. But he had some spare work clothes. Never knows what's going to happen at the college. He was always ready for stuff. And he said, no, I'll go into the dumpster. Luckily, it was within an hour or so of it being put there. Now we actually have trash compactor. Would been a little bit more difficult, but at the same time, we might have been having a recycling, but I forget exactly. But I know he didn't tell somebody to go into it. He did it, and he got it out. I think I was over there spotting for him, or somebody else was. You know, he was a stand-up guy. He played table tennis with the students. They thought they would have some fun with him, and he was a master at it. I think he learned a lot of it when he was in Russia, working for the State Department. Fluid Russian speaker. He could speak Russian fluidly. And he did some important translations. I'm not sure if he did for Reagan and Gorbachev, but I think he might have at one point or another. He was always a good person to Eastern Nazarene College, President Dr. Kent R. Hill. Now, Celso Paul was president when I first came. Unfortunately, I did not get to know him, and he did pass away suddenly. And then Dr. Hill came in. We've had a few presidents since, and it's been fun sometimes. We had a New England movie premiere of The Prayer Card. It was a good movie, and I took my mom to it. Prayer request, a prayer card, something like that sort. And the New England movie premiere for it was at Eastern Nazarene College. This predates Starbucks being at the Student Center. The Hebrews Cafe serving Starbucks, that's all shut down. That's not been operating since back this past spring. It really doesn't operate during the summer. And then the announcement in June about the college shutdown. There might have been a couple special dates in the summer that it was open, actually, but for conferences, but it's not been since last spring. Hebrews Cafe serving Starbucks. The Dugout Cafe has been the venue for meals for the state families that are being sheltered here at the college. The Dugout Cafe originally was in, I think, Ground Memorial, then Ground Canterbury. It could have been vice versa. I know the original cafeteria was in Moreau Basement before the main student center was built. But that building goes back sometime in the 1960s. So And again, I came here in '92, so he was already around for a good while. I remember Sue Watkins was moving books into the library, the new Nace library at the time, and they were putting sod down for grass right at the corner of East Elm and Elm Ave, where the college is. If you're on Hancock Street in Wollaston Center, just take Elm Avenue that has the beautiful landscaped islands, road islands, traffic islands. It's a beautiful stretch of road. And it originally was the driveway to the mayor of Boston's summer home, Joseph Quincy, I believe. I believe his mansion is where Angel Hall and Schrader Hall are now, here at Eastern Nazarene. I just wanted to just say things on my mind and everything. Again, I'm in the faculty lounge, and let's say it's been underused lately. And right now, I'm looking at a pile of bed linen and bathroom towels and face gloves for conference services that still needs to leave. We have no more events, to the best of my knowledge. There might be individuals that come and go next month or so, but no huge groups. And our only big thing left is the commencement on December 7th. Okay, I'm going to make this video 12 minutes. So right about now, I'm going to shut this thing down, hoping people are checking out these blogs, but they're also checking out the 60-second or less YouTube shots. Check my community section, some nice pictures and everything. But I'm just going to cut this off now. Have a good one, everyone.